What's going on, people? It's Emmanuel
And I am Gary. What's going on?
for Basketball Bicker. Now, we just wrapped up NBA opening week, and it was crazy as expected.
It was a zoovie. It was a lituation. But all jokes aside, it was a great opening week, man. I couldn't be more excited about the rest of the full season.
True that. It was filled with crazy moments, both good and bad, and we're about to get into all of that, so stay with us. Now, the first game of the season set the stage for what was going to be a crazy week. We start with the Cleveland Cavaliers versus the Boston Celtics. And you know what that meant? Kyrie and LeBron would reunite for the first time since Kyrie stepped out to Boston.
Let's get the logistics out the way. The Cavaliers did end up winning the game, but all eyes were on Kyrie, Irving, and LeBron James interaction. Will they dap each other up, or would they be ice cold and just give, the fist bump or whatever the case might have you? But from what I've seen on the court, I've seen a lot of handshakes from, when he was a Cavalier, like the secret handshakes between himself and J.R. Smith. They had the special handshake going on. I seen him dap up K-Love with the same type of cool handshake. Yeah. So I think it's all love. I really think it's all love.
I did notice in the beginning, though, that when him and LeBron did that little exchange, it looked a little serious. Like they really had a little thing between them. But both of them, they're grown men. They're gonna work it out eventually. And they handled it pretty well, but you notice there had to be a little tension there.
Of course. There's going to be some tension. I'm pretty sure LeBron wanted to continue, what he started with Kyrie Irving in Cleveland.
True.
But things happen, man. Things happen, but it seems like they're going to eventually get over it. You can't erase history, what they had and what they accomplished in Cleveland. So
yeah, they should be cool with that, though. They won the title. They brought a title to Cleveland, so
yeah,
they'll always have that. That's a monstrous accomplishment that they made. So
it was all love, man. It was all love. I knew there was just maybe it's gonna be an ice grill in the beginning, but man, I really wanted Kyrie to hit that buzzer beater.
Yeah, you wanted him to tie the game, send it to overtime.
Of course, go for Jersey, man.
That would have been crazy.
But it was a nice moment, though. It was definitely a nice moment.
When they hugged at the end, they touched each other's head. It was a cool little moment.
It was definitely a cool
moment. Cool little embrace.
All the good moments in the game, a bad moment happened.
True.
Our prayers go out to Gordon Hayward and his family. It was very gruesome. It was very gruesome to watch, man.
In the beginning of the game, you would never expect something like that. Just within the first, 5 minutes, 6 minutes of the game, he goes down.
Yeah.
And it really affected me.
It affected the whole arena.
It was crazy.
Like the morale in the arena just went down from 100 to 2.
That is true. Because you never expect something like that. And it just shows you just how fragile the game is. Anything can happen at any moment.
Yeah.
So just appreciate, what you see on the court, because it can be gone in an instant.
True.
And hopefully the players, this doesn't cause, the rest of the league to be, so overly cautious that we don't get competitive games all the time, like the All-Star game,
Man, I was hoping that he brought that thing down on 2 people.
Oh, true.
That would have been crazy, though.
True,
but, man,
true that.
It was unfortunate, though. It was definitely unfortunate because I wanted to see Boston at their full speed, their full roster, their full clip go against the Cavaliers. I think if Gordon was there, it would have been a different story.
Mm-hmm. But, good news is that he should be back at the earliest, maybe March, reports are saying. So we're hoping for a speedy recovery.
Yeah.
Now, Lonzo Ball, big baller brand. He came into the league with a lot of hype, a whole bunch of hype, and people were expecting big things from him from the opening tip. But he had a tough first outer.
Of course, Patrick Beverley.
Patrick Beverley.
Come on.
He was on a mission. He was on a mission to stop that man, and he did.
He really did.
He had a nightmare first game, nightmare performance.
Patrick Beverley said it's going to be his job this year to make it tough for him.
He wanted to prove a point to LeVar Ball, and he did that. But, you know.
Mission accomplished, man.
True. But, as we know, in the NBA, there's always another day, there's always another game, unless we're playing in June. You know, and Lonzo, he bounced back incredibly in that second game.
He balled like his last name was Ball.
What was it, 26 points?
11,
29,
I think.
Either 26 or 29 points, 11 rebounds, 9 assists.
Yeah, he was
crazy bounce back game from Lonzo.
He was balling out. He didn't play as timid as he did in the first game.
He was driving,
he came
shooting.
Out. As soon as the lights turned on, Lonzo went full speed.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't holding back. His dribble drive looked effective. It was quick. He made quick decisions off the dribble. Ball movement was really good. He made the right decisions.
9 assists.
Yeah, he did his thing. He did his thing, man.
It helps that he wasn't guarded by Patrick Beverley, so he's gonna be great on most nights.
I mean, the best of the best have hard nights for Patrick Beverley on the court, man. So don't feel bad, Lonzo. Don't feel bad.
But we did. This is what we expected from Lonzo. We knew he was gonna pick it up at some point. He did it earlier than most expected.
Yeah.
So we're expecting great things from Lonzo from this point forward. There's a lot of rookies. They never have a game like this at any point during the season. So this is a big step for Lonzo.
Yeah, definitely. It was a great game. Man. I'm happy for him. But I think the Lakers actually just gave him the green light or something like that. They probably felt bad for him.
I mean, they put the franchise on him. They got a lot riding on him, so he needs to succeed for them.
So what do you think the conversation was after the game between LeVar and Lonzo?
He probably was like, boy, go out there and get me that switch. But I think his pops believes in him, so he knew he was gonna bounce back. He probably just told him, there's always another game. He'll bounce back, and that he did.
Man, he definitely did, man. He definitely did. Cause LeVar would have had a cow, man. Seriously, LeVar would have did something crazy, but man, he had a few words to Patrick Beverley though. He definitely did.
Now we gotta show love to the early MVP of the season so far, Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Greek Freak. MVP. That's enough. Now, although he lost his second game against LeBron James and the Cavaliers, he has 2 games where he completely dominated. He scored 38 in his first game. And on Saturday night, he scored 42.
Yeah.
He did miss 2 free throws, but he bounced back crazy.
Man, that last...
I think after he missed the 2 free throws, he played some great defense on McCollum, stole the ball, went in for the dunk, 2 points, and then on the other end, he caught a block to save the game.
Clutch. So 2 clutch plays.
It was incredible. It was
this
incredible.
Guy is just phenomenal.
He's just so big, so lanky, and the strides that he takes, he's just unguardable. And when he develops that 3-point shot consistently,
man, he's gonna be
the best player in the league. The sky is the limit for this dude.
He's young, 7'1", man.
The way he moves and the strides he takes is just incredible.
He can move with the basketball, man. His Euro step is just unguardable.
And he's only going to get better. He's going to get better.
Yeah, definitely. Sky's the limit, like you said. Man, J. Kidd is probably having a ball with this guy on his team. Seriously. It must be really fun having somebody like that on your team who can just do everything possible for you on both sides of the floor.
And it looks like he came back much stronger, much more defined too.
Yeah.
He's really worked on his game. You can tell he wants to be the best. He's working on his game. Not a lot of players.
I mean,
don't
he said
do
it.
that.
He said this is the year. This is the MVP year. He wants it. You could tell he's from the gate. He's ready to go. He's ready
So
to go.
this might be his year.
Yeah. You can tell he's definitely a great player because you can tell he wants it on both sides of the floor. You know, some guys want to take like
He's
a few
really
plays
going
off,
at it.
but he doesn't want to take any plays off. He has that aggressive mentality like a Russell Westbrook has.
True.
So definitely, he's definitely gonna do his thing this year.
Yep. First week MVP, the Greek Freak. When Carmelo Anthony and Paul George joined the Oklahoma City Thunder, everyone knew it was going to be a championship-type process. And we saw that during opening week when the Thunder opened up 1-1. They started off great when they dominated the New York Knicks. They won by about 20 points.
Yeah, just
Paul
about.
George had 28. Melo had 22. Russell Westbrook had the triple-double. So
Right.
they were looking good.
I mean, any team could beat the Knicks. My high school basketball team could beat the Knicks.
Yeah, that's true, but they're still trying to work together, work in three,
I mean, those
talent.
great moments. Ball movement.
20 points though.
You can see the offense was flowing
Mhm.
at some points in time, but
I think Melo fit in well with the team. You know,
he definitely changed his
Melo's
game.
gonna
He was
prove
like-
a lot of people wrong. He's gonna fit in with the team. He's gonna fit in.
You could tell. You could tell.
But the second game was a completely different story.
They went against the Utah Jazz.
They got handled. They got handled. But you know, most of the biggest problem was that the shots just weren't falling. They had a few good looks at the three. They just weren't falling. Melo's shot wasn't falling.
I mean, for me, if my shot ain't falling from three, I'm gonna have to go inside for a little bit, get me going, get in the groove, then I'm gonna go back out to the three.
True.
But I don't think that they were thinking the same way I would have thought if I was on the court. But
I think Russ
Paul
should've
George and
taken
Carmelo was taking very bad shots for me.
I thought
Contested shots.
Russ should have just taken the ball inside because he's the one guy that can really just go inside and dominate.
Very true.
You know, that's not really George or Melo's game.
But I think all of the comments from the offseason is kind of haunting Russ right now. What I mean is when everyone were talking about, can he change his game when the talent is around him? So I'm thinking that he doesn't want to take over.
He's trying to get everyone involved.
Exactly.
And that comes with them getting acclimated with each other, getting used to each other,
Right.
and the chemistry. Once they figure out, the chemistry, it should be a success. I believe it should be a success because they're just too talented.
Every big three, when you get together, you're going to go through tough times. You're going to struggle in the beginning.
Unless you're the Warriors, where that's just well-oiled,
I mean, that was homegrown.
And
That was homegrown.
KD just fits right into there. But this is going to be a process, and I think it's going to work out.
I mean, it's definitely going to work out. But let's wait till February, around that time.
All right, for sure. All-Star.
Yeah.
Also All-Star break? Okay.
Yeah, definitely. They should be in the groove by that time.
Now, who would have thought the Warriors would be off to such a slow start? 1-2 to start the season?
I mean, I'm not shocked. Teams aren't laying down. They're ready to go at them at full speed. So I'm kind of happy that teams are, like, giving it all they have. Trust me. With this Grizzlies game, Marc Gasol, man, balled out.
He did.
Balled
How
out.
much he got? 35 he scored?
34,
He did his
14
thing.
rebounds, man. 8 is 16 from the field. So we're about to just wrap it up real fast for you guys, but let's go around the league. Let's give a couple shout-outs to the guys that's actually pulling up the numbers, putting the teams on their backs, getting these W's, or getting close games to a W. So James Harden, 3-0. Man, you've been balling.
Went over the Warriors.
Oh, yeah, opening night.
Wait, I must mention that Chris Paul, he got a win against the Warriors.
True.
Even though he's injured now, but
I mean, James
You
Harden,
gotta
man,
win.
you've been doing your thing, man. Just keep balling out. Let's give a shout out to the Wizards, 2-0 right
most
now.
def, most
Man, they're
def.
balling out.
John
Wall,
Bradley Bell.
Arguably one of the best PGs in the game right now. Keep doing your thing. I'm a old school Nets fan. Jason Kidd was my favorite player growing up. It's good to see the Nets have someone to look up to, man, right now. So, D-Loading, I see you, man. I see you bringing excitement back.
Yeah, he been balling
to the Nets, man. So it was great to watch these few games with D-Loading on the squad, though.
True.
Definitely. So keep doing your thing, D-Loading. But man, shout out to all the guys, man. Opening week.
So you talking about the Nets? Shout out to Kenyon Martin. Shout out
I don't mess with
Richard
Kenyon.
Jefferson.
Trying to come at Jeremy Lin on some craziness.
Shout out who? Shout out Kerry Kittles. Shout out Lucius Harris.
You bringing it back, bro.
Shout out Jacques Vaughn. Who was a bum. Yo, thanks for rocking with us once again. Make sure to subscribe and let us know what you think.
Ring the bell below from your favorite sports guys. We out.
Most definitely. Peace.